Tomorrow, MNP Engineering and Land Surveying will be presented with the Small Business Development Center's Veteran Entrepreneur of the Year Award.
And the company founded in 1996 by our guest, Paul Olszewski. Congratulations. Thank you for being here, Paul.
Thank you for having me.
Obviously, this award means you were a veteran. So give us a little background. Where did you serve? How long did you serve?
Yeah, it all started right here in Syracuse, the 174th Fighter Wing back in the day, the boys from Syracuse. You know, in high school, didn't know what I wanted to do. Took the ASVAB test. They said, hey, you'd be a great land surveyor. There's a shortage of land surveyors in the Air Force. $5,000 bonus. I took it. Didn't know what a land surveyor was. And now here I am.
Wow. And here you are. And how did you go about starting your own business? How did that come about?
Yeah, you know, had 4 kids. My wife wanted to stay home and raise the children. And so I worked for the New York State Department of Transportation. Started a little side business at first, just to generate the income. That kind of took off, left the DOT. And the business kind of took off from there.
How much has the business changed? Where are you today? I know your son's involved with it. What's the business look like today compared to when you started it? How long ago was it?
Yeah, 1996. Yeah, right in the basement of my house, right?
Really?
Like, yeah, you kind of hear that story, but that was really where it started. In the basement of my house with me, my nephew, John Lignetto, my son Michael joined. I've got 3 girls. They were on the team too. You know, whatever we could do to go out and collect some data and make survey maps.
How many people do you employ right now?
Right now we have 39 people on the payroll.
That's a lot of people from something that started in your basement.
Yeah, we were in the basement probably 10 years ago. Then we were fortunate enough to kind of move out to Skinny Atlas. We found a small little spot there. We got the SDVOB certificate, which is the veteran certificate.
Okay.
And you know, the state is very generous and very gracious to the veterans, where 6% of those contracts go to veterans. And, you know, we were fortunate enough to, you know, do a good job. We've got a lot of contacts now, and we're involved in a lot of cool projects.
All right, so you do research, you collect surveys. What kind of interesting projects have you worked on? We'd love to hear about
what's
that.
great right now, being a local guy, 174th Fighter Wing, right, New York State DOT right here in Syracuse. The business is also here in Syracuse, is they're revitalizing the Erie Canal. You know, we have over $1 million worth of work, design, and survey work where NYPA, New York Power Authority, is revitalizing the canal. And again, they're very generous to the veterans, and they reached out to us. You know, HDR is the prime. We want to give them a shout out. They've been very good to us. You know, touching the Erie Canal over the next 3 or 4, it's a 4-year contract. Wow. We're pretty excited about it.
What are you doing on the Erie Canal?
We're doing land surveying, right, which is great. We get to touch the old records, which is really cool. Yeah, I actually had the ability, this was through the DOT, touching the canals. James Gaddis, the old land surveyor. We got to touch the original field notes, kind of look through that kind of stuff. So we've got some nice experience. And we're going to bring that to the table now for this new project.
You've been to some pretty cool places, though. What a Grand Central? What are some of the other projects you've worked on over the years?
Yeah, I think one of our big marquee projects was the Met. That was the Metropolitan Museum of Art down in New York City. You know, we went down there. We did a scan model. We created a 3D model, computer model for that. New York Public led to the New York Public Library. That, again, kind of once we got our foot into New York City, Battery Park, we're doing a nice project down there. You know, so we do float down into the city. We like working upstate for sure. We'll work, you know, we'll work anywhere. We're licensed throughout the state.
Pretty exciting stuff. What does it mean to you to be a veteran entrepreneur, and how would you like to inspire other veterans out there?
Yeah, I mean, what I love about it best is, you know, I'm a local guy. I love being able to bring those jobs to Central New York, right? I mean, that's just great. So we kind of work around the state. Yep, we work in the city. We work in Buffalo, Albany. We do some work in the Port Authority in New Jersey. It's great to have those jobs. You know, yep, the surveyors go downstate, they come up, we collect the data, but most of the work's done right in the office right here in Syracuse.
Do you try to look and hire, in particular, veterans? Or,
I do.
That's our focus.
We do. We've got, you know, 4 or 5 of our staff are veterans. We definitely, we look for that. You know, we started an outreach program. It's tough. I'm not going to say it's, you know, it's tough to find help. And I think a lot of the local professionals are seeing that. So, but I do I try to actually do those interviews myself when a veteran comes in.
Yeah, good stuff, Paul. Again, congratulations on it. Really fun conversation here. Thanks
Great.
for being with us.
And an inspiration.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you.
Download the WSYR Plus app on your TV to stream News Channel 9 for free. Just go to your smart TV, search WSYR Plus in the App Store, and download to start streaming today.